Show you my bump at the very beginning. It's right there. Okay, week 15, you guys, the big week 15. Big because it's trimester 2 and I'm feeling a lot more energetic, a lot more happy. And the best thing is the nausea have almost been gone. I only have it after I eat very, very heavy meals, or if I slightly overeat. Like if I eat that cake at the end of the whole meal, I might have a slight nausea, but nevertheless, it is nothing comparable to a first trimester. So that's really good. What I want to talk about today is an interesting thing. In the first trimester, my skin was all over the place. Actually, I felt like a teenager all over again. I guess it's due to the hormones, which I thought at the age of 40, I'm not going to have the hormones in such a large variety, but it did happen. My skin was not at its best. And I forgot in my first trimester video to share this with you. This thing have been with me. It's called Colin. It's a wash. It is for acne prone to oily skin, but it has been a lifesaver for me. And actually my teenager daughter uses it as well. She has some acne and it works really well for her too. So if you have some problems with your skin due to pregnancy, or if you're out there, you're not pregnant and you just have not such a great skin, Colleen products, they are Canadian, they're from Canada, they're made in Canada. They're just amazing, you guys. I have been using these products for a very long time, all of their products. But this by far is my favorite. If you could get one product from their collection, it would be the wash, because it is so gentle on your face. It's foamy, but at the same time, it will prevent those breakouts and make them easier. So I do recommend this. Okay, let's go into how I feel. For those of you wondering, I did not feel any kicks yet. I don't feel anything, which is really interesting because with my other kids, I swear, around 14 to 15 weeks, I started feeling little butterflies or little weird gas-like things in my stomach. I haven't felt anything yet. I do feel an interesting pressure sometimes there. Pressure in a sense of like, if you are swimming in a pool and you're kind of swimming through the water, I kind of feel something like that, but I don't feel any of the kicks or bumps or butterfly or anything. So we're in week 15 and I still don't. So don't freak out if you still don't either. Other than that, what I want to say, the energy is coming back, which is a big plus for me. I was freaking out almost all first trimester because I couldn't do anything. I'm a very go-getter. I have a lot to do. My to-do lists are usually about 20 to 25 things a day. And I was able to do like 5. So for me, that was really, really hard. So that took toll on me in the first trimester, but the energy is coming back. I'm not at where I was pre-pregnancy, nowhere near that, but I still feel better in my energy. And I think a lot of it has to do with the nausea going down as well, because once you're nauseous all the time, it's hard to concentrate on anything. It gives you that background of wanting to lay down or not feeling, well. So I don't know if it's that, but I do feel a lot of energy lately and it's been really good. But the other thing is about the sleepiness. I did feel sleepy in the first trimester, but I felt sleepy during the day, which was really weird because I don't sleep during the day, I don't nap, and I actually can never nap. Pre-pregnancy, I'm not the type of person that can fall asleep or sleep till late. I used to wake up at 5 a.m. So now I actually sleep later. So I do still wake up at 5:45 because I need to get my kiddos ready for school bus and school and lunch boxes and all that fun stuff, which I'm going to make a video on that too one day of how my morning drill goes in case the organization of it will help some of you. So I do wake up at 5:45, but then once everyone is out, which is about 7-ish, 7:10, I go back to sleep for another hour. And before I used to not do that. I used to, go into my day and get my stuff going. And I felt really tired by the end of the day. Now when I take that extra hour, I know not all of you can afford to do that, but if you are at home and you can't afford to do that, I do recommend it because you still need that rest and that sleeping time, just because I still feel like the body is going through a lot. Again, I want to make this clear. I did not feel this way at 20s and I did not feel this way in 30s. This is only in 40s with my other 4 kids. I never felt like I needed the extra sleep or rest. I just didn't need it. I was fine. So I don't know if it's due to the fact that I'm 40, or maybe some pregnancies are just like that. You guys can comment below. If you're in your 20s or 30s and you still feel like you want to sleep all the time and you need that extra rest, then maybe it's not my 40s. Maybe it's just this particular pregnancy requires more sleeping time and resting time than others. What else? Other than that, my hair have been doing a lot better. I told you in the first trimester that my hair have been on the thinner side and just kind of not the best, I want to say. It is feeling a lot better now. So I think that as you go further into the trimesters, the body is just getting used to the way you feel. And so things have been pretty good on that side. Now, let's talk about the big news of this video. It is baby number 5, you all know it. It is my 7th pregnancy. I had 2 miscarriages and this is my baby number 5. I get a lot of questions on, did we want a boy or a girl? You know, I mean, I already have a boy and a girl, so I can't say that I was too crazy about one or the other. And after miscarriage, you really just want a healthy baby. So I really just wanted a healthy baby. A girl or boy didn't really matter. But I still was hoping towards the boy for several reasons. One of them is because I have 3 girls, I only have 1 boy, so I thought another boy would just be nice. My son Martin really wanted a brother, and my husband really wanted another son. So they were super team blue and team boy, and they really, really wanted it. Something interesting and different from Canada. In Canada, I don't know if it's maybe because I had the kids, my last kid I had like 9 years ago, so I had to wait until ultrasound to find out the gender, which I think took place from 16 to like 18 weeks. In here in USA, which is where I am right now, it was done by the blood, which is interesting because I've never had that experience. It was always done by the ultrasound for me before. So this was very interesting. We had like a little family gathering, and I went on Zoom with all my family all over the place, somewhere in Orlando and somewhere in Canada, so that I can open the news in front of everybody. I'm going to share some photos with you at the end of this video of how it happened, and some video and photos from that day that we celebrated. And yes, if you don't know, it's a boy. It's a boy, and I can't wait to meet him. My husband was so happy. He was just through the moon. And Martin, when he found out, he was dancing. He really wanted a brother. So it was a really happy moment for all of us. And so, yeah, it's a baby boy. I am really, really happy because I feel like now I'm gonna have 2 boys and 3 girls, and it's somewhat more balanced, if you want to say, because right now it's crazy girl overpowering our family. My husband always complains how there's so many women, but it's true. What do I find in terms of boy or a girl? I get that question a lot too. I do find boys to be easier. Again, I don't know if it's my boy. Maybe your boys are different. I know some moms who shared with me that they find it the other way around. But I do find the boys to be easier in everything. My boy was huge. When Martin was born, he was 10 pounds. And he ate and slept. He was just such a good baby. He was calm, he was quiet, he was just such a chubster. I'll share a photo here of him right here when he was small. He looked exactly like my dad. He still looks like my dad. He's actually a copy of him, which is very interesting. And we look alike too, because I look like my dad too. So the boy kind of took it after me. My girls look like my husband. And when he was born, I was just through the roof and so happy that he gave me time to sleep and recover. It was just a really good experience for me. Until this day, I find him easier in the sense of like day-to-day activities. Like, he's not picky. Most of the times he doesn't care what to wear. You know, he doesn't go into like, I want this or that. I don't know, he's just easier with the way he is and with life. So I find that the girls are more demanding. You need to talk to them more. You need to, you know, fashion comes into place. Someone wants this, another girl wants this. And I find the girls are more prone to drama, and so the boys for me are a little bit easier. So that's just my experience. I don't know what I'll have with this baby boy, what experience I'll have. I get a question of what we want to name the boy. We want to name him Matvey. I don't know how the spelling will do because it's Matvey, Matt. There's an English version, Matthew. I don't know which one to choose yet. I do want to call him Matvey because that's something that I've always wanted. I've always wanted a son, Matvey. It's just something that was in my heart. So me and my husband thought for our fourth baby, it was going to be either Milana for a girl or Matvey if it's a boy. And it was a girl, Milana. And so ever since she was born, we were always hoping for Matvey, I feel like. So definitely have a name for the baby boy. But yeah. Other than that, the only last thing I want to talk about is food. I do know that a lot of you know me from the side of medical medium, and I do want to touch base on that because that was a very important topic for me, and it still is. Pre-pregnancy, I haven't ate meat or dairy or eggs for about 2 years. I also haven't drank alcohol for 2 or 3 years now. So I went on the medical medium. I will link him down below. He is a healing doctor, I want to say, that is passionate about helping people get well with whatever it is they're facing in life with food. Let's put it that way, with food, and obviously spiritualism, but more food. And so there's a lot of people. He's sort of the celery juice drinking inventor, I want to say, because it was him who kind of recommended it, and then the world took off and a lot of people tried it. And I was one of those people. I've been drinking celery juice every morning for the past a very long time. I don't even remember, 6, 7, 8 years, a long time. So I do love celery juice drinking. I have made a video about the benefits of it. You can look at it on my channel. And so pre-pregnancy, I was a vegan because I would consume vegetables and nuts and fruits and grains. And basically, I would eat off of, if you go to medicalmedium.com, he has recipes, and I would just cook from that. My family, however, ate everything. So my husband and my kids, of course, they ate what I cooked, but they could also eat meat, fish, things like that. They were not on board with me at 100%, I want to say. Still, a mother's cooking is always kind of the way. So of course, they still had to, 80% of times they ate what I ate, but the 20% they ate some fish and meat here and there. We're not big on meat eating or fish eating in our household in general. And my husband doesn't eat eggs, so eggs is something we just don't have in our household. Now, this was pre-pregnancy. When I got pregnant, I started having these crazy cravings. And I am a big believer when it comes to pregnancy to feel and listen to your body instead of being hung up with certain things that are important. So even though celery juice, medical medium, all that was important to me, and that's how I lived for quite some time, I believe that if you have pregnancy cravings, those are more important to me than anything else. They just are. I'm just that way. I've always felt that way. So I was craving meat, you guys. I was craving meat or a steak like no tomorrow. I wanted it so badly that I can't even describe to you that feeling, which is really funny because you have to understand, for the 2 years that I haven't touched meat pre-pregnancy, I never craved it. It was not something that I suppressed. I just didn't crave it. Whatever I was eating was sufficient enough for me to have a balanced diet. I was very happy with it. I didn't crave it. And so all of a sudden I started craving meat, and I got to a point where I started seeing dreams of me cutting a steak and eating. And at that point I was like, okay, I'm going to give in to this, because I felt at that point that if my body needs that, then it needs something from that. And I'm a big believer that the body will tell you what it needs. So I gave in to all my cravings, And I do advise you, even if you're in a diet, even if you're a vegan, vegetarian, whoever you are pre-pregnancy, keep that to yourself. When it's your body, you can do whatever you want with it. I was 5'15" in the gym, killing my body because I loved it. I wanted to feel great about my body. I wanted to feel strength. I needed strength because I have so many kids. But that was pre-pregnancy. That was when I was alone. I can do anything I want with my body. But when you are together with someone, and I'm with a baby now, if my body's craving something because it needs to build something, I'm a big believer to give into those cravings. And it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's something that you never craved before. It doesn't matter if it's pickles or I don't know, or dairy or whatever it is that you want. To me, it doesn't matter. Your body knows best, and I believe in that with my whole heart. So I gave in, I started eating meat. I'm still not a big meat eater, but if I feel a crave for a steak, I'm gonna buy organic steak, I'm gonna cook it, and I'm gonna eat it because I feel like my body needs that, because I'm pretty in tune with my body, so I know when it needs something and doesn't. And same thing happened with dairy. I was always eating coconut yogurts and cashew yogurts and just never really craved dairy. It was not my thing. I don't like cheeses. I don't crave dairy. It's just not me. And all of a sudden I craved it, so I gave into that. I do have an occasional yogurt now. I have some cottage cheese that I'm craving, and I just listen to my body in terms of what I feel like it needs and wants. And so my advice to you is, I know some of you will probably tell me otherwise. I know, I have talked to a lot of people, but that's just my way. My way is that every time I was pregnant, I do not ever follow any diet, ever. I give in to whatever my body feels it needs, and I eat that, and I have always had success with that. So I guess I decided not to change it this time, because pre-pregnancy, I was thinking that I will be on the same medical medium diet throughout pregnancy, but I decided that I've always followed that pattern of listening to my body, and I followed it now. If I feel like when I give birth that I want to go back to the medical medium, because I do feel really good on eating the way he proposes, I do feel really good. My body gets a lot of energy. I just have this amazing feel all the time. My skin feels great. I will go back, but that's when I'm alone. I can make decisions for me. Right now, since I'm in tune with the baby and I don't know what the baby needs, I just listen to my body. That's just my way. So that's about food. And how, the other thing is, I knew it was going to be a boy, at least about 90%, because when I was pregnant with Martin, I was craving meat like crazy, really wanted meat. So I haven't craved meat with any of my girls. With my first one, I craved sweets, and she's got a crazy sweet tooth, Maya. With the other girls, I craved other types of things. I know with Mariana, I think I craved like pastries, chicken wings, pizza, and actually she loves that. Her favorite food is like a hamburger, so I'm not surprised. With Milana, I didn't crave much because I had such a bad eczema. I'm eczema prone, and I had such a bad eczema throughout the whole pregnancy. I barely ate anything. I was so skinny. I lost a lot of weight, and she was also born really tiny. And so I ate a lot of fruits and veggies with her, and she's such a picky eater right now. And she does love fruits and veggies. So I don't know if it's connected or not, but I did crave a lot of meat with Martin, and obviously he loves meat. And so when I started craving meat with this baby, I was like, I think it's a boy. Like, it was something inside that I was like, I remember those crazy meat cravings. So, and nevertheless, it is a boy, which I am super happy about. Yeah, this is my update on week 15. Nothing else is happening so far. I am going to try to make an update on either week 16 or 17. I haven't decided if I should do it every week or every 2 weeks, just because I don't know if there's enough to give you a video every week in terms of just update, because I don't think things change that much week to week. But nevertheless, I wish you all to be blessed, to have the most amazing pregnancy. And if you have any questions or comments or anything, my email is down below if you want to email me with anything. It's Margarita Skypen, and welcome to my channel. Subscribe if you want to, and if you want to be a part of my tribe. I'll see you soon.